What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum. Your boy's sick. I'm back on the bottle, man. I'm telling you, you got kids in school, they're bringing all types of shit, man. So I'm back on the pro meth and the codeine. Anyway, on to today's video. If you haven't checked out my last video, the link will be down below. And again, like I said, it was crazy as hell. I guess I always say this, and I always say this, you guys. Some of you guys get a kick of it. You'd be surprised who watches your videos. So I was handed something from a confidential informant. Just know that, somebody that keeps their finger on the pulse. That's all I'm gonna say. And your boy was right about some things and wrong about a few others. Like I said, I was told that Microsoft was going to introduce something new into the market. So I heard this year. Now everyone's talking about the Slim, the 4K model, yada yada yada. But if it was outed from the FCC, is that it was two machines. Now, some people would say this is one with the 4K drive or whatnot. That doesn't make any sense. They're not going to put out a 4K console and then put one out without the 4K drive. No, but here it is. It's no secret that Nintendo is coming out with their Nintendo NX this year. And, of course, again, Sony with their whole quote-unquote PS4K. So I said before, it really doesn't make any sense. I don't see how Microsoft can sit on their hands and not do nothing. So if you go back to Phil Spencer's interview with Game Informer, I believe it was, when he said he's not a fan of the Xbox One but 5. If they're going to upgrade, it's going to be a big leap. And my God, that motherfucker wasn't lying. Phil! So anyway, something was handed to me. I'm going to give you guys the link. You guys can read over it. And around this time of the year, everyone's doing their annual and their quarterly reports. If you listen to some of the stuff that AMD has come out and said during their investment call, and to add more fuel to the flame, as far as the PS4K and that, and even with the Xbox One Slim, that they were on 28 nanometers, the die, it's went down to now 14. They has shrunk, but and then, like I said again, that AMD said in their investment call that they have new products that are releasing this year in, the gaming market. They didn't say who, whether it was Microsoft or Sony. They just said, they had new products that were released. This before we start hearing about the PS4K and all that stuff. So anyway, I was given this link. This Taiwanese company here who makes the chips, basically, and Microsoft, Sony, Apple, all these people partner with these chip manufacturers, and they got the contract. And they basically say right here, now check this shit out, that they have a new line of a 10 nanometer chip that's releasing in the second quarter of 2017 to a big console manufacturer. Now, if the NX comes out this year and the PS4K comes out this year, who's going to be coming out with what other console manufacturer it is besides Microsoft? So Microsoft is going to sit by, Sony's going to do this PS4.5. You're going to have the Nintendo NX. It's going to be rough for the Xbox One for the year. But next year, hoping they probably show something to get their fans excited. And not, I guess, camper or kill off sales of the Xbox One for people that are still waiting, on the fence or whatever. But they saying it here, it says here, the earnings of the first quarter 26 also show that a TSMC is up to. The tape out of the first chip in the 10 nanometer was successful in the first quarter of this year. Mass production, this price will ramp up in the second quarter of 2017. Needless to say, TSMC kept its lip seal about any possible customer for the node. CEO Mark Liu said that, however, when he spoke about the chip, he said, spoke of a console design that will rely on this new process, and it's coming out in second quarter of 2017. So it's coming out next year. So, like I said, if you get the NX this year and the PlayStation 4K this year, who's the other manufacturer? So that's, damn. So we went from 28. A lot of you guys don't know what this tech mumbo jumbo. So just know that this is pretty new tech. This is pretty up to date shit here. You know what I mean? I already heard that they started to test off the 7, but this is huge. So the Xbox One, whatever it's going to be called, the next Xbox Fury, Xbox Fire, Xbox Gauntlet, whatever the fuck it's called, it's going to be a pretty, up-to-date console. You know what I mean? It's going to be in the whole zone. You know what I mean? Taking the fact, and also, too, like I said, Microsoft filed out for a patent in 2012 for upgradable platform. So that will be able to fend off whatever Sony comes out with in the future. Whatever they decide to come up with. What it doesn't even matter. But this is huge. Like I said, this was kind of passing me late last night. So like I said, Microsoft has two. Like I said, you have this was outed by the FCC or whatever the fuck you want to call them. This was outed by them. You don't need two models for a bigger hard drive. It's the same goddamn console. Same thing, It doesn't make any sense to put out a slim with a 4K and then a slim without no hard. What you still need GameStop, you still need Best Buy, you still need these stores to sell your hardware. And you see what happened with GameStop, how they scoffed at Microsoft with this DRM stuff. You need games. They're still a major partner. I don't see them putting on a console without a disk drive. They're not there yet. Don't get me wrong, digital was huge, but we're not there yet. You know what I mean? So you have a slim. What else is there? Now I'm hoping, like I said, if just to compete and for showmanship, I'm hoping that they come out and they show what they're working on. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So, like I said, a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes, investment calls and, which to the average, again, we don't give a fuck about. We just want to know about what's coming out. We want where we want our hands on this latest, greatest tech. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? So, looks like Microsoft will not be going quietly into the night. Now, here it is again. So, if we also come on, the NX is coming out this year. This PS4K 0.5 is coming out this year. So, what is Microsoft? And come with the same goddamn with the Slim? No, they're going to get the jump on the PlayStation 5 and launch the Xbox, whatever the hell it's called. And it's going to be a big jump. It's already rumored, to show you what I'm talking about, the NX is rumored to use a 14 nanometer, chip, which is pretty good. And the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 are 28s. And this new console, whatever it's said to be, is going to be using a 10. Damn. Bacon grease. Bacon grease. One more time, that's the bacon. Damn, that's dope shit, though. You know what I mean? So, I'm excited. I was a little pissed off and turned at Microsoft. You know what I mean? Because what I was basically saying, I don't know how they can just sit on their hands and not do nothing when the competition is... Now you got Nintendo coming out. Like I said, if rumors are correct about the NX, is going to be a decent console for our spec-wise, and I'm not a big Nintendo fan. All I'm saying is Nintendo can't afford another dud, man. They can't afford to go out there and push out another Wii or Wii U. That's the Wii sold was a big commercial success, but it didn't register with the gamers. I mean, it was successful because the casuals bought it. I bought 3 or 4 from my grandmother's church. You understand what I'm saying? That's why the Wii was so successful. But after the Kinect came out and after the PlayStation Move, the Wii has been in last place as far as sales, Then you have the Wii U. It was more than just the name, with the Wii U. Because they put out a quote-unquote a next-generation console that couldn't run any next-generation multiplats. Couldn't run any next-generation engines. That was the... That damn door's so loud, so... That was the problem with the Wii U. And as I was saying, I'm just giving Nintendo the benefit of the doubt. They've been in business for over 100 years, At a minimum, all of their games should be locked to 1080p, 60 frames a second, at a minimum, at least that. So it is what it is. So Sony's whole thing this generation we've been the most powerful, this powerful that. This generation has not been about games. I don't give a fuck how you spin it. It hasn't. Sad to say, it's been all about power. So if like I said, if we get the PlayStation 4.5 this year or PS4K and they get the NX, the next Xbox is going to be using this new chip here, and it's going to be a decent. It's going to be a beast. It's going to be a lot more powerful than the PS4K and whatever, the Nintendo NX. And like I said, and again, and like I said, most likely it's going to be upgradable. So that whatever Sony comes out in the future with the PlayStation 5, they'll be able to counter that also, cover all the, all the cards there, man. But anyway, this is your boy NextGen 720. Hope, not to get too technical, smacktical. I'll leave the link down below. But the most important part is at the end of the link where they're talking about this new chip is going in production in the second quarter of 2017. And it's made for a console. And if you get the new NX, the new PlayStation 4, who's the other console? Microsoft. So look for the next generation of the Xbox in 2017. not, it is what it is. So, anyway, this is your boy Next Gen 720. Leave me a comment section below. Let's just talk about it. Big Game of Small Talk podcast tonight, probably about 9 o'clock or so. We out of here. Bang, bang.